Hi everybody, this is Douglas Simon D. Shea with another video for NobodyMotivation.com, where we aim to hit you up with videos on a weekly basis designed to educate, motivate and inspire you to achieve your biggest, brightest, boldest goals. One of the hottest videos trending right now with over 100 million plus views is Drake's new video for God's Plan. In this video, you find Drake walking around delivering acts of goodwill by offering wads of cash and materialistic items to people that at least outwardly appear to need the money. This video is very inspiring, very moving, and as you watch the expressions on people's faces when they receive this money, it can't help but just move you. I'm a Drake fan, so I love this video. So this video we're doing right now is inspired by that video. Now, I'm not going to talk about the social, economical, political or historical factors that have resulted in large masses of people living in such adverse poverty. These people are commonly known as first world poor. These are people that live in the developed world, the Western world, but still living below the breadline. They're still struggling. This video has nothing to do with that. This video is all about the poverty mindset. So what is a poverty mindset? Well, it's a group of limiting thoughts, beliefs and values in your ability to succeed. It transcends race, age, gender. It affects the rich as well as the poor. These are self-defeating thoughts, normally emanating from a young way of viewing life, an immature way of viewing how to respond to situations, okay, that has not been addressed in adulthood. So these limiting thoughts normally manifest themselves as self-talk, negative self-talk, that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, such as, I will never have enough money to buy that car, that house, or go on vacation. And as I said just now, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you've said it, chances are you actually believe you can't do it. This is why there's always an apparent lack of money, lack of wealth, lack of health, lack of opportunity. Now, this lack gives rise to some reckless spending, short-term gratification, no forward planning. Because what you find is money loves velocity. Money moves quickly from those who do not know how to manage it to those who know how to manage it. This is how money works. So you find many people who don't understand or have not mastered the concepts of money. They'll struggle to have money for a rainy day. They'll struggle to save. They'll struggle to make right decisions concerning their career choices. The knock-on effect of having a poverty mindset is very broad indeed. Now, we've all seen films where we have a rich person driving an expensive car through a socially deprived neighborhood, and in the process, they are feeling intimidated. When the reality is, those people that live in those environments are more intimidated than the person that's driving through it, because wealth intimidates poor people so much more than violence. Now, the comments that come from people who are first world poor and have a poverty mindset, particularly when they see people with wealth come in their midst, are very negative. Comments such as, it's because they have money, we have none. That person must have done something bad to have so much money. This negative talk is something that needs to stop. If you want to accumulate wealth as your goal, you cannot have negative views about wealth. Instead of having negative views, why don't you applaud or ask the person, if you have the opportunity, how they got into that situation in the first place? And usually it's through hard work and graft. So you have to pay attention to these negative thoughts, because as you think it and as you say it, you're casting those thoughts, those beliefs into the universe. And guess what? The universe will oblige you, give you exactly what you want, not what you need. because you've told it that you don't like it, you don't want it. Now, the poverty mindset does not only affect the poor, it also affects the rich, particularly those who've just newly come into wealth. If you take a look at people who have won the lottery, 70% of them will lose all their wealth within 3 to 5 years. Those stats are extremely frightening. I could do a whole video on rappers and their poverty mindset, because a lot of them spend money that they have not yet earned. They live off their advances. And we know with rap it changes trends quicker than seasonal fashions. 1 minute you're hot, next minute you're not. And these rappers with the poverty mindset, a vast number of them are flat broke. Now, a common feature amongst those people with a poverty mindset is a lack of self-control. In 1960, a Stanford professor by the name of Walter Mischel done an experiment on hundreds of young children between the ages of 4 and 5 that spanned 40 years. And now this experiment was to find out what sort of characteristics did a child need to have to give them the best chance in life for health, wealth and opportunities. So this experiment that he conducted was called the marshmallow test. And the experiment went like this. The researcher brings a child into a room where there's a table and a chair. Sits the child down. The researcher then offers the child a deal by placing a marshmallow on the table and saying to the child, I'm going to be gone for a few minutes. And if you don't eat this marshmallow when I'm gone, you can have an extra marshmallow. But if you eat that marshmallow, that's all you're getting. You will not get a chance for the second marshmallow. So the deal is very simple. Short-term gratification by eating the marshmallow now, or deferred gratification by having 2 marshmallows when the researcher returns back into the room. As you can imagine, the children are struggling to come to terms with this decision. What do? Do they go for the short-term gratification? So yes, some of the children were observed picking up the marshmallow, putting it to the mouth and putting it back down. But as time keeps moving, some of the children could not resist, end up eating the marshmallow. But there were some that managed to resist the temptation, and the results were published in 1972. Those children involved in the marshmallow tests, as the years rolled on, the researchers conducted other experiments to see how they performed against key performance indicators. And what they found was those children that managed to defer gratification and ended up having 2 marshmallows, they were performing better in education, social interaction, their physical health was better, and they were showing signs of less stress. Whilst the other children who had eaten the marshmallow straight away, they were doing far worse in every dimension. Now, 40 years later, these children who are now adults are being measured by the same key performance indicators, and the researchers concluded that without a shadow of doubt, the children that deferred gratification, that had the 2 marshmallows, had more successful career, less prone to taking drugs, better fulfilling lives, longer lasting marriages. There are important lessons here for everybody, but in particular for young people. Do your homework today for better grades tomorrow. Don't have fast food, eat healthy when you get home. Hit the gym for being strong tomorrow. Deferred gratification is something that you need to grow into. It's something that you need to develop at a very young age, and your time is now. I hope the next time you watch Drake's video, God's Plan, you can engage with it on a much more deeper level, because you've come to understand concepts such as the first world poor, the poverty mindset, delayed gratification, and all of these will actually enrich the video. It will make you enjoy it so much more. All of this means nothing if it's not applied and shared. Each one teach one. This is Douglas Hamadisha from NobodyMotivation.com. I'm out.